Gabriel Yared, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing really well.
I was always wondering, when did you decide to become a composer? When did you feel the urge the need to write?
I think I'm born with this, I think. But I'm born in a family where there was no artist whatsoever. So it started to wake up in me probably at the age of 6. I don't remember because I was in a boarding school at 4 years old at the Jesuit. But I remember my father told me the story that when I was 6, he wanted to give me a present for Christmas. And we were going the road in Beirut and I saw a music shop. And I saw an accordion. I said, this is what I want this, I want this. And he said, no, you won't get it. I said, if you don't give me this, I'll throw myself under the train, because there were trains in Beirut.
Oh my God.
He told me the story. And I know that the only thing which could really makes me happy, makes me feel, make me feel that I have, that my soul is vibrating, was just music. Whichever music. Could be pop. The only thing which I wouldn't react to, it was Arabic music. I didn't like it. But then at the age of 8, I had accordion lessons. And after a year, the teacher told my father I'd have nothing else to teach him. He should do some piano. And I had piano lesson at the Jesuit. And my father told my father, the teacher, when I was 14, we will never do anything with him. He's not meant to be a musician. So I had everything against me. And funnily enough, those obstacles were probably what made me want more and more and more. I studied in law, as you know, during 2 years, and then I went to Brazil and then started. So it's self-taught, but something which I cannot express. It's like so tough in me. I want that. I love music. This is the only thing I love in my life.
Are there any composers that particularly inspired you, to write music,
at
to
this
continue
time,
studying?
Yeah, at this time, it was, I didn't like Bach at the time.
You didn't like Bach?
No, nor Mozart.
It was too complicated?
I don't know, it was too dry for me. I liked Schumann a lot.
Schumann,
yes, and Chopin. And after my teacher died, he was an organist at the Jesuit church. I started playing organ and then I discovered Bach.
I see.
So, all the composers have been part of my inspiration. We are all the son of whoever. Bach is the son of Buxtehude and Pachelbel, etc. So, I'm inspired by all the composers, and probably in my music, there is a part of this, a part of that, a part of this, I don't know what. There is something personal, certainly, but the personal thing is made from my musical culture, which is huge, but it's not huge to show or to talk about it. It's just huge because my stomach can accept more and more and more.
But I know that you read a lot of music every day. You read music. But lately you told me that you kind of rediscovered Mozart.
Yes.
And before you didn't like him. What is it what you discovered all of a sudden?
The chamber music.
The chamber music.
This what made me really get closer to Mozart. And also, in the 19th century, there was no CDs, nothing. So there was a lot of reduction of quintet or quartet for piano. And I had those, and I started playing this. And I said, my God, this music is fantastic. I never heard it like this, in your fingers, in your hand. It's different. And so my approach to Mozart was slowly, and it became a big passion.
So does it sometimes happen when you compose that you hear the totality of the orchestral sound in your head, or are you sometimes constructing the music like layer by layer, or does it happen that sometimes all of a sudden you hear everything?
It happens to me, but I'm not Mozart. I'm not Bach. What happens to me is when I compose, if I find a theme, I know which instrument will play the theme. And then the things get slowly around it. I understand what the counterpoint would be for the strings, etc. When I composed the main theme of the English Patient, I know, dee-da, dee-da, dee-da. I knew it was a cor anglais.
It was an English word.
I knew it was a cor anglais, So, apart from that, of course I hear the orchestra. My first job in Paris was orchestrator for pop singers, Becot, Aznavour, and all this. So orchestra for me is is part of the composition.
Yeah.
I cannot understand
Yeah.
that one could compose and then give this to an orchestrator.
To someone else.
No, it's not
Yeah.
possible.
I believe I know your scores inside out, and,
Yeah.
and I'm always inspired by the way you write for strings. It's very refined and a
I
lot
love
of
strings.
division and a lot of so many layers.
I love strings.
in the
I mean, I
strings.
love all the orchestra. I love.
Yeah.
There's only maybe a few instruments I like less.
Yeah, like the trumpets.
Exactly.
But
yes.
still, you use it.
See, I use it.
Just to blend
I
with
use
the
it.
with the
because
brass.
for me the strings, you know, are when I studied finally when I was 29, I started to study counterpoint and fugue. I noticed that the best tool for counterpoint was the strings.
Yeah.
Actually, more than the orchestra. And when I write strings, it's like I don't know. It's like I'm bleeding of love for something, and I feel that double bass should play something, the cello should play also. I should divide this.
Your scores are full of counterpoint, but in general, how important do you think is counterpoint in music, or is there anyway music without counterpoint?
To me, it's impossible. And for a film composer, counterpoint is so interesting because when you find a counterpoint for your theme, instead of using your theme over and over all the time, you can use the counter theme. And slowly, you know, build. If you listen to the film music by the first film composer like Alfred Newman, Korngold, Chomkin, it's filled with counterpoint. It cannot be without, because harmony comes from counterpoint sometimes. I mean, and the modern music came from counterpoint.
Yeah. So nowadays, a lot of directors, they run away from melody, they run away from harmony. How do you deal with those people? Does it happen sometimes that you accept writing music for their films, but they tell you, please avoid melody, avoid counterpoint? Then you say probably no.
No, I would say, please find another composer. Yeah. I mean, I am what I am. And sometimes after I find the melody, I could convince a director that it's really necessary for his film. I can't see. I mean, we always say that music is a body, okay? And what is the face of the body? It's the theme. The theme is the face of a body.
It's the appeal.
Yeah.
The appeal.
Yeah. And if you remember, I mean, all the films which music film which are in your mind. What is it? It's Gone with the Wind, Laura, Dr. Zhivago, Lawrence of Arabia. I mean, melodies.
It's all melodies.
It's all themes. I'm very honest when I start to compose for a film. And if I don't feel someone really open to my music, I'd rather go. That's why I start much earlier than my colleagues start. I start from the beginning. I'm involved since the beginning, since the writing of the script. I start speaking, talking with the director, and if I find that I cannot really marry him, I would say, okay, let's
find someone else.
Let's find someone else, very politely. But when you want to get married with someone, you need to spend a little time with him to get engaged, then married.
Gabriel, you have been awarded so many times in this world with an Oscar, with many, many other awards, and also with some awards at the Gent Film Festival.
Oh, yes.
So what does the Lifetime Achievement Award means to you?
Have you ever seen me changing after an award because I received this?
No, you get even younger and younger.
You
look younger and younger,
in my mind, I'm still doubtful about my talent or whatever all the time. I mean, nothing will ever comfort me.
Yeah.
So, lifetime achievement is something else because, first of all, I say, hey, I'm not gone yet. I still have a lot to say. Yeah. Lifetime, say.
It means like, okay, we give you the lifetime and please.
It's half lifetime achievement.
Go and retire.
Yeah. I just wrote something I would love to read to you. I'm thrilled. I'm very honored to be presented with the Lifetime Achievement Award. I have been a major supporter of the WSA since its inception, you know that, 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Over all these years, I've observed the WSA evolve and thrive, contributing to the launching of many, many young composers' careers with the Discovery Award, for instance. As a result of the recognition and fantastic promotion received from the WSA, many of these musicians are highly prolific composers now in Hollywood, right? I think this is a remarkable accomplishment, which I personally find very important. Equally, the WSA provides opportunity for all the young composers to meet up with industry experts in a professional environment, paving the way for future collaboration, would it be with the music supervisor, an agent, etc. The WSA, the Film Festival, Gent Film Festival, has become, you know that, a family to me. And I'm delighted to be surrounded by these friends who always make me feel so comfortable. A member of this family is my dear lifelong friend. His name is Maestro Dirk Brossé. This is also where I met Maurice Jarre, Alberto Iglesias, we became a friend. It's all thanks to the WSA. So I'm honored, of course, I'm very happy, and I'm telling you, I'll be back very soon.
Thank you so much for those wonderful words. And I hope you still have some room in your apartment.
I'll find out. I remove my Oscar and put this.
Yeah, put the Oscar away and just. Well, anyway, thank you so much for your nice words. Thank you for being here, and see you very soon.
Very soon, hopefully.
On stage.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Bon voyage.
Thank
Bye.
you.